Hi guys! I'm going to be teaching you how to do some watercolor painting techniques. This relates to wellness and stress management because painting can be really relaxing, and doing an abstract painting especially would be good for relaxation because when you're doing abstract art you're not really worrying about creating something specific, and you don't have to worry about, oh, this doesn't look like a tree or whatever you are trying to do. You just, it's more about like expression and motion, and you just do whatever you want and put your feelings down on the paper. So I'm going to be teaching you 3 different techniques that you could use. First, we're going to be doing a 2-color gradient. Second, we're going to be doing something with salt. And third, we're going to be doing drips. So here we go. Okay, so first I'm going to explain what materials you're going to need to do this. So I have a cup of water to clean the brush, a brush to paint, a pack of watercolors, a piece of watercolor paper, and a palette over here, and a table to rest everything on. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to show you how to do is do a 2-color gradient. So what this means, if you don't know what the word gradient means, just think about how the sunset looks, how it's like red on top and then it goes down and turns to yellow or whatever colors that you want. So for this, the first step is that you're going to pick 2 different colors of paint that you like. They could be any colors that you want. I'm going to choose red and yellow. So you're going to take your palette and you're just going to put 2 dabs of paint onto your palette. Take your paper. You could either hold it vertically or horizontally. I'm going to do mine horizontally. The second thing that you're going to do is take your brush and dip it into the water and add water into your paint. And we have 2 colors, and you're going to want to start with your lighter color. So I'm going to start with yellow, and you're going to just paint a line across the top of the paper with the lighter color. Okay, so I'm going to do another one. Okay, so this is like the brightest color that we have, and for the gradient we're going to want to dilute it more and more and more and then eventually change the color. So what you're going to do now, you're not going to put any more paint on your brush, you're just going to dip your brush in water and then you're going to put a stroke of water right under your paint. Okay. And now I'm going to just keep putting my brush in water, and I'm just going to paint a line of water right here. And mine is dripping down my arm because I'm holding the paper to show you guys, but when you're doing this, you're going to be doing it flat on the table, so this won't be happening. Okay, so then you're just going to continue to dip your brush in water and just go down and paint a line of water right across until it's at the middle of the paper, like that. So now you can see how it is a gradient of yellow from dark to light. Okay, now I'm going to flip this around, and we're going to be doing the same thing, but using the other color that you picked. So clean your brush and dip it into your second color, and paint a line across the top of the page. I'm just going to do another line because it's not dark enough. Okay, so I have a line of red, and now I'm going to dip my brush into the water again and do a line of water right under it. And when you're done, you should have a picture that blends together. So here is my gradient using red and yellow. Okay, so the next technique that I'm going to show you is just putting salt on the paint to have an effect on it. So the first thing is you're just gonna paint whatever you want, and you want to make sure that you have like a wet blotch on your paper. So I'm just doing whatever. It's abstract, so you don't have to try to make anything. It could just look like whatever happens. Now I'm gonna take some salt, gonna put some in my hand, and just sprinkle it down however you want. As you can see, the salt is pulling the paint into it and absorbing it. So after the paint dries, you're going to want to leave the salt as it is. Don't try to brush it off, and we're going to keep the salt on here until the paint completely dries. So the next effect that we're going to be doing is drips, and this is my favorite because I like to watch the drips as they're going. So for this, you're going to actually put your piece of paper standing up like me, and I chose black as the color. You're going to pick a third color, and you're going to put some paint on your brush, and then we're just going to go over here on the top, and you're just going to put a line of paint and see what happens. Another way that you could do the drip thing is you could blow on the paper to create like a starburst pattern. So I'm putting some paint over here in a little blotch, and then I'm going to take this and blow onto it. See, it makes that cool design right there. So you could also do that. So this is what I have so far. You could keep going and put as many layers of paint as you want. It could like use your imagination to think about what it means to you. Like this reminds me of like clouds, like a storm or something with like dark rain coming down. And I think that it's really relaxing to just watch the paint form its own patterns. And that's how you do an abstract painting. Thanks for watching.